Opie didn't know everything about his girlfriend's past. Because she's still friends with the guy she cheated on her ex-boyfriend, should I feel bad that I broke up with her? When I was 26 and she was 25, we were together for a year. We were with some of her friends, not the friend in question, a few weeks ago. While we were having fun with a little game, one question was about lies. I told you I dishonest people, that I saw one of my friends look at my ex-girlfriend. I could tell that my girlfriend was feeling a little awkward too. It was strange and made me think. The next day I asked my ex-girlfriend about it. She was not going to lie, so she told him she had been unfaithful. This took place a year before we met. I was mad that she hadn't talked about it before, so I asked her what happened. She said she slept with a friend once while she was drunk. His name is Byron. He used to be her friend with benefits, and they still spend a lot of time together. I knew they had been together before. I didn't say anything because I didn't like that they hung out. Not only did she cheat on me, but she also hung out with the guy. I broke up with her 2 days after telling her I needed some time to think. To avoid telling her she couldn't be friends with Byron, I stopped being friends with him. I knew I wouldn't be able to stand it if she did. Look at some comments from the community that link to this. Someone says, "I'm down for whatever, but they haven't even met yet. That's how I lie." Do you keep track of all the fights you've had with your partner? Wait, that's not true. Answer from up, no, but yes if you want to remember what made you F up in the first place. Due to a downloaded comment that said people cheat because they're not getting enough from their relationships. Just do not do that. If someone isn't giving you what you need, break up with them. I hope your partner always gives you what you need, but since you're still in touch with the person you cheated on, they wouldn't mind. The question, am I the a-hole, is not agreed upon by anyone, but most of the responses don't seem to be rude. Here is the report after 16 days. I thought I'd let you all know what was going on since so many of you were interested the last time. So, his ex-girlfriend came over to see me about a week after I wrote this. She wanted to get back together and told me it was silly that we broke up over this. I told her I didn't like that she is friends with Byron. She admitted that cheating on her man with Byron was wrong, but she said it happened a long time ago and she's changed. That doesn't look like it, I told her. They drink together a lot of the time, and you two slept together after your split. They knew Benevitz before and after she broke up with her ex. I told her I wasn't going to hang out with anyone else. What if I stop Byron, she asked. Then can we get back together? I thought about telling the truth for a second. I read the comments on my last post and asked her, have you been effing Byron since we broke up? We seemed to be getting along well at first. That was the worst game face I've ever seen. She said. No, even though her voice was rough. I said, that's not true. That's when she said, I mean, we broke up. It was a simple nope with my hands up. I told her to leave after that. She was very mad. There is new news after 8.5 months. It's been a long time since I wrote anything about my ex. I saw her at a party not too long ago. We talked and everything is okay. Byron wasn't part of the conversation. She was with someone else at the party though. She didn't like it when I met her new boyfriend. I was finally able to catch him alone and tell him about Byron. He didn't say or do many things. What the heck, he asked himself. Still, thanks for telling me. I spent too much time with my ex. After that, I don't know what took place. I felt like helping the next person would be nice. I didn't know how good it feels to not have to think about my girlfriend anymore. I'm telling the truth. I never felt right about her drinking with Byron, even before I knew she was seeing someone else. But now, I feel great. Since I no longer have to think about my ex, I wish I had broken up with her sooner. My dates have been good and bad, but being single now is so much better than being with my ex. Some more important thoughts. You're happy because you're not with your ex, because you told her new boyfriend about Byron. A long time ago, my ex cheated on me with his high school girlfriend. A few months after I broke up with him, I saw him at the mall with his new GF. He moved and looked at me in a way that made me think he was going to talk. I left because I didn't care about them. I wasn't going to even think about telling her about him. It was pointless to do it. Let fate take its course. In response, the OP says that being warned didn't help things at all. I knew I felt good because I went home after seeing her. I realized I don't need to fret about her. I don't have to worry about her getting drunk with Byron. It's not necessary for me to keep telling myself you can trust her to fool myself. I didn't feel good when she told me about her new boyfriend. I did it because I wish someone had when I first met her. You made the right choice, and it's clear that you're glad you did. When trust is lost, it takes time to rebuild, even if it happened before you met. Since she still hangs out with Byron, her past with him makes no one feel safe around her. You should have really left earlier. Most likely, yes. But this time it's 202020. Have a story like this? Did your partner hang out with a friend way too much? Type your answer in the box below. Following. This person cheats on their partner even more. As long as I don't remember getting her pregnant, is it rude to ask for a test? It's not really a post about how bad I am, but here it is anyway. I'm 35 years old and my wife is 33 years old. We got married 3 years ago after being together for 10 years. The main reason we haven't had any sex in 6 months is that I travel for work a few times a month. When I'm at home, I work long hours. It's important to me to clean and spend time with my wife. But I pass out when I lie down. I have no more energy to do this. My wife quit her job when we got married. I can't quit my job right away. She made the choice. It wasn't my fault. The other day, she told me she's due soon. I was shocked because we hadn't had sex in a long time. I made fun of her by saying, "You got pregnant from cuddling, we've never been that close before." Remember that she wouldn't give up? I told her I was telling the truth. She told him, "Well, we kissed. I just rode you because you passed out." Well, she also laughed. While I was out, I asked her. She told me you were kind of awake. You had a big smile after that. What's the big deal? I told her I would remember some of it. Please. She was mad about it and asked me what was wrong with her. I told them no, but I'm not sure what to do next. Is it crazy for me to think my wife might have cheated on me? I haven't been moving around all the time because I've been home sometimes. Is it okay for me to find out who the father is? If she hasn't cheated on me, why don't I feel joyful and happy? I'm a jerk. Changes. A lot of DMs wanted to know what was going on. I'll be able to say more after I see a lawyer this week. I'm sorry I looked at her phone. Because they both felt like their partners didn't care about them or left them feeling lonely, she and my brother became close. He would tell his wife that he worked nights so that he could have sleepovers at our house while I was away on business. Both of them agreed that the plan was wrong and right because neither of them wanted to leave their partners. However, they both liked the sexual and mental parts of the affair. I saw her going through her phone and I told her. She got mad and said she felt abused. I wasn't sure whether to laugh or cry. She said it was probably her child since we've been having babies quickly. The woman told me, "I only wanted your baby while I was half asleep." She said it took place more than once. I told her I don't believe a word she says. I told her that we'd decide what to do after the DNA test. I also told her that I was stopping all of her fun activities since I was no longer in charge of them. She told me I was wasting her money, but I don't care. I told her I would be at her next baby visit because I need to talk to our family doctor. Right now she is with her best friend. She noticed and blamed me for it in a message I got today. She said I made her feel stressed out and increased her risk of losing her sight. She told me I'm a bad husband and father. I'm not sure if she's ever been pregnant. Okay, if she needs it, I'll take her to the hospital or a friend's house. She didn't answer. So here I am. My brother can't get in anywhere. I don't have a brother anymore. It's fine to want a DNA test. Given what's going on, you have every right to know if this baby is yours. It looks like the reason your wife says she is being abused financially is to avoid talking about the real issue. Making rules and cutting her off in that way makes perfect sense. You looked through her phone, but she and your brother have been playing house while you're gone. Did that make you feel abused? That really does make sense. Not. What would you do in this situation? Last but not least, this friendship is going to change. Is it wrong for me to want a divorce even though my wife asked for one and then changed her mind? Just got back from a month-long trip with her friends in Florida. She told me she was unhappy and wanted to talk about getting a divorce. She also told one of her kids that she was going to retire early, move back to Florida, and live on the beach. She knows I won't be able to retire for another 13 years. She has never told anyone about her phone. It's under her pillow when she sleeps and with her everywhere in the house. I changed clothes and put on perfume before I left. talked to me a lot about how to divide our property after we broke up. During these talks, I would also think about how sad she is. She changed her mind and told me to keep the house so she could save all of her retirement money for a life at the beach. People said she went back to Florida twice in 1 month by herself, but she wasn't sure about either trip. She didn't tell the kids about the last one and didn't talk to them for 5 days. She sent our daughter a sexually detailed text message that I think was for her boyfriend or someone she was seeing with someone else. This was the last red flag. She doesn't want to leave her husband now that she has to move out. Is it rude of me to want to do it? Let's pick the best answer from the ones that were given. She didn't change her mind. It sounds like her new boyfriend in Florida didn't work out. Am I the a-hole? Doesn't have a clear answer, but most people think that they aren't. The post was changed the next day, on September 20th, 2024. Changes. I am a real person. She still says it's not true, even though I told her about it. It says the message was meant for me, but I never got it. The only thing I have is the picture from when I was told about it. I asked her why she didn't just move in with this guy, unless he is married too. I told her I wasn't going to be a stand-in until she could move in with this guy. Find someone else if he quit. I've already talked to a lawyer this week who agreed to the split. I don't think I can go back, so I'd like the split to end. When she got home from seeing the lawyer, she began to change her mind. I know this question makes me look stupid. It wasn't a secret that I was mad at everything she did. Thanks to everyone who gave their thoughts. That's definitely not the text message you want from your mom. When you think about everything else that has been going on, that kind of mistake is hard to turn away from. Also, it sounds like she might be having peer's remorse now that she knows she has to end the marriage and possibly live alone. I guess it stinks to stink.